Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, we are tackling a very controversial anime among the Dragon Ball fandom, Dragon Ball GT. Dragon Ball GT was the third series in the Dragon Ball franchise. The GT in the name stands for Grand Tour. We'll get into the history about the show a little later. Get it! Dragon Ball GT real by Toei Animation and ran for the shortest time in the Dragon Ball franchise. It only ran for 64 episodes over a total of 4 sagas. So, let's get into the story. The Black Star Dragon Ball Saga. Dragon Ball GT begins 5 years after the events of Dragon Ball Z, with Oob and Goku training in the Lookout. They accidentally go overboard and damage it during their training. Taking advantage of this situation, Emperor Pilaf, that ugly little picklehead ass boy, Mai and Shu sneak into the Lookout looking for the Black Star Dragon Balls created by the nameless Namekian. They succeed and summon a red Shenron. Before Emperor Pilaf could make his wish though, Goku and Oob intervene and stop him, and he shouts in frustration that he wishes Goku was a kid again. Upon hearing this, the ultimate Shenron turns Goku back into a 12-year-old kid. Despite the fact that the Black Star Dragon Balls are not scattered across the universe, Goku brushes it off and enjoys being a kid again. However, his family doesn't share the same excitement, and neither does King Kai. He informs them that the Black Star Dragon Balls grant a wish at a huge price. The planet that they are used on explodes within a year. So, Goku, Trunks, and Pan embark on an adventure and end up crashing their ship on the planet Ameca. They quickly find out that the Amekian people are oppressed and living in extreme poverty. This results in them planning to overthrow the rule of the Don Ki. After overcoming some minor challenges, they free the people of Ameca and resume their search for the Black Star Dragon Balls.
Number 2.
Baby Saga. Skipping ahead, the next time we run into the heroes, we see Trunks and Goku captured, and Pan, Goku's granddaughter, impersonates a robot to infiltrate the base to rescue them. However, she fails some of the tests and is claimed to be a defective robot. So, obviously, she joins a group of other defective robots and says, yo, we gonna free Goku. After some difficulty upon fighting with Nat, Pan defeats him using her Maiden's Rage. She succeeds in breaking in as Goku starts to wake up, and after battling the Sigma Force, Goku fries them using Kamehameha, angering Rildo to no end. After getting her hands on a Black Star Dragon Ball, Pan aims to reunite with her teammates, but they are all captured and sent to Dr. Miyu's lab. Giru helps them escape, but they quickly realize that Miyu has a highly destructive robot, Baby. The infant robot is revealed to be the mastermind behind this whole operation and murders Dr. Miyu. The three then leave the planet and land on planet Petal, along with a boy they rescued along the way. They are faced with a surprise though, as they realize that Baby has been hiding inside the boy's body and is capable of taking people as hosts, eventually taking Vegeta as his host and creating what is now known as Baby Vegeta.
Let's go.
That's probably the most lit Vegeta's ever been in his life, let's face it. After some crazy fights, some back and forth, and some episodes where people are just yelling at each other the whole time, eventually the Z Fighters defeat Baby. But towards the end, a wish to Ultimate Shenron causes the Earth to explode. Goku, with his 4th Super Saiyan form, succeeds in saving everyone and teleporting them to another planet. Due to his injuries though, Piccolo dies along with the Black Star Dragon Balls. Why are they always killing Piccolo? What did this man do? Every season this guy gets murked. Can someone save Piccolo? And in a usual device of plot armor, Grand Elder Murray returns Earth to its previous state using the Namekian Dragon Balls. Which brings us into the 3rd saga, Super 17. A year after Baby's defeat, after the World Martial Arts Tournament, everything seems to be at peace. But in Hell, Dr. Miyu and Dr. Gero, that crazy ass half man, half robot that made the original androids back in Dragon Ball Z, planned to exact the revenge on Goku by creating a new version of Android 17. Goku is sent in order to go to hell if he wants to save his family and friends from the Android 17. Android 17 is suddenly surrounded by a dark aura as a hole appears in the sky. At the same time, a similar thing happens in Hell with Fighter 17. They are attracted to each other as the evil scientists claim that they are two halves of an even more powerful android. Goku goes to Hell and faces off against a number of enemies, but all the Z Fighters fail badly in beating the new Android 17. Eventually, Goku returns and fights this new Android 17 with his new Super Saiyan form. In getting the assistance from the good Android 17, the new android explodes, killing Krillin in the process. Devastated by Krillin's death, Bulma and their daughter, Bulla, try to restore the cities and Krillin's life. However, the Dragon Balls function in a surprisingly sinister way, and as Goku summons Shenron, the skies darken. Goku eventually feels something evil as a purple dragon appears in the sky. Oh my god, it's Tinky Winky! Tinky Winky on that coat, boy! Which brings us to the final arc in the Dragon Ball GT franchise, Shadow Dragon Saga. In this saga, King Kai and Kibito Kai explain to Goku that the Dragon Balls scatter across the planet so that they are not overused. With the invention of Bulma's radar, the Dragon Balls have been used over and over again, causing an accumulation of evil energy within them. The Dragon Balls eventually turn into evil dragons who promptly disappear across the planet. The first of these dragons being Latios and Latias. Oh, wrong anime. The first of these dragons being Rage Shenron and Ocean Shenron, which are pretty quickly defeated by Goku and his allies. But Nova Shenron, the third dragon, proves to be a more powerful and troublesome opponent. Goku earns Nova Shenron's respect though as they fight. And the last and most sinister Shenron, Ys Shenron, continues to fight Goku and ultimately blinds him using one of his tricks. Nova Shenron gives him an antidote to heal him, and right after this is killed by Sin Blast Nova Shenron. Sin cleans the floor with Goku. Goku in his Super Saiyan 4 form, with the help of Vegeta and a new machine created by Bulma which helps him turn into a Super Saiyan 4 as well, fuse into the legendary Super Saiyan Gogeta. But even this is not enough to stop the evil Omega Sin Shenron, and eventually their fusion runs out. And after getting bested numerous times with no hope in sight, Goku contacts King Kai and informs him of the situation. And wouldn't you know it, receives the energy from the people of Earth to create a spirit bomb. But not just any spirit bomb, he also gets energy from the people of the entire universe. The spirit bomb as a result is too powerful and large for the final evil Omega Shenron to survive. After this success, the Eternal Dragons appear, who grant Goku a wish to restore all the damage and lives back to the way they were before the fight. The mighty dragon then asks Goku to accompany him as he wishes to leave Earth for 100 years but lacks the energy to do so. So, Goku dips with him. Yo, who's gonna watch Goku's family? What am I saying? This man hasn't been watching his family since Dragon Ball. After a century, Goku returns to find all of his friends and family dead. Wouldn't you know, who would have thought that after 100 years, all of your human family members wouldn't be alive? But anyway, looking into the crowd of this martial arts tournament, only an elderly Pam remains, as she witnesses the descendants of Goku and Vegeta fighting in the tournament. Looking up into the sky, she catches a glimpse of Goku as he disappears smiling, flying away on his golden Nimbus. And that concludes the series of Dragon Ball GT.